to get this thing looking good. Everybody's coming in like, what in the world is he wearing? There's Malaya's mom. There's Cheryl. There's William. Hello, Julia. There's Marianne. There's Miss Rita. There's Jennifer. There's Barbara. There's Carrie. There's Charlene. There's Brian. B. Disney said, turn on the hat. Turn on the hat. Raynon said, I don't like the holiday thing, but I guess this will do. Yes. You don't like my hat? This was sent. There's Lady. There's Love Bug. I am good. You. There's Debbie from Maryland. There's Barbara. I'll share you the story of the hat. There's Peter. Hello, Peter. There's Miss Vivian. There's Tony. Early tonight, just a little bit early. Does our shooting stars help you? I'm not sure what shooting stars are, Jennifer. I don't know what they are. Can you explain to me what they are? Look at Carrie. Carrie said, my hubby and I are spending our anniversary in Cave City, Kentucky. We went to Kentucky. Very nice. I hope y'all had a great time. There's Miss Shauna. I got to keep you on your toes. Malaya said, I'll be right back. I got to bring groceries in the house. Oh, Lovebuck said, I live near Cave City. There's Miss K. Hello, Miss K. Hello, everyone from Indiana. How many people? We got 63 in the room. Oh my God, it's Santa. You got it. There's Miss Anita. Anita, I hope you're doing well. I said a lot of prayers for you today. There's Miss Linda. There's Mary. There's Katie. Well, thank you, Miss K. I'm going to explain this hat to you if you did not see the video the other day. Guys, I'm ready for Christmas. You got it. There's Miss Lisa. Go Monday for test. Yeah. I saw the post that you had sent us, and trust me, a lot of prayers. I did get enough vegetables for the kids today. Yes, you got it. Bugs Exterminators. Hello, Bugs. Wonder Twins need some prayers. We can do that. Guys, keep Wonder Twins in your prayers tonight. Yep, and Anita as well. Test on Monday. M4RCOZ3, we're working on it. Bear with us. No, I get it. I understand. Does sending hearts help you? Guys, I do. The only reason I ever ask for hearts is when somebody needs prayers and they need some love to be shown to them. I don't know if it helps me or not. I'll be honest with you, I'm not familiar if it does or anything. The only time I'll ever ask you to hit the heart button, is just to show some love for someone who may be needing prayers tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, Mayor there. Hi, my grandmother died yesterday and I'm having a real hard time. Prayers there. Is it Yaakov Mayor? Yaakov Mayor. Okay. We can do that. I am so sorry. But we can definitely say some prayers. Yeah, no, that's and that's a good question. I need to check. And Marianne said, I need some prayers, major stress that elevated my blood pressure 40 point. Oh, please be careful, Marianne. That is not good. Shauna, prayers for you tonight. Can I ask, what is it with not being able to read stuff from the person that is in? I don't know. Can you see? I can see it. It may be a host thing too. Not sure. Not sure. I don't know if you can't see it. I'm not sure because, like I said, I can see it being the host, and I want to try something here. Um, Cheryl S. I mean, let's try Cheryl. I want to see something here. Uh, I want to see. Will it let me? Hang on. Evidently, it will not. I'm trying to figure out, guys. I set the settings for the free memberships to give out free memberships. Um, oh, who put two? Miss Linda said prayers, everyone. Miss Linda, you did the super chat tonight. You sent $2. You know what that means? You know what it means. I love it. I love this thing. You get your money's worth too. That's worth $2 right there. What do you think? Ah, that's why I have Malaya's mom and Lovebug here. They answer the questions for me. Just so you know, Hearts help the creator be more visible by raising engagement. Well, thank you guys. That was awesome. There's an elf in my hat. You got it. Carrie said I was drinking and just spit it out. She laughed so hard. Here's the story on the hat, and I love this hat. Josh from Tennessee sent me this hat. It was in a box, and he put in there. He said, "Santa, this is to cheer you up. I hope you have, There's Katie. Thank you. Here's what I'm going to do tonight, and I don't do this, and you guys know it. But if anytime somebody does a super chat tonight or just, and I'm not looking for hundreds of dollars, if you throw $1, I hit the hat. Plain and simple. You got to see what it does. Anytime you want to see the hat go off, boom, $1 and the hat goes off. I love it. I love Happy Mail. Let me tell you what he sent me. He sent me the hat. He sent me a Santa bag, and I'll probably show that to you tomorrow night. He sent a Santa bag, and then he sent me a Santa Mickey Mouse. And I'm like, Josh, these are awesome. And then he sent the little ones, he sent the kids some little figures as well. And those were awesome. But I'm telling you, when I pulled this hat out and Lucian walked into the house and saw this hat, Lucian has been running around with this hat on all day, his mama said. Lucian loves this thing. It's just a fun little hat. Uh-oh, Anita, you get it. This thing is awesome. What do you think? That is awesome. Uh-oh, Marianne just became an elf. Do you know what people are thinking when they scroll through and they see the battery will go dead now? No. As much as Lucian has played with this thing, and now I know his mama's ready to boot him, and but that is hilarious. Looks like something. Yes, MCC. Looks like something's trying to get out of the hat. You got it. That is awesome. That is, no, Peter said, I'm doing good. There we go. Um, yes, we do have memberships. Glad to hear it, Peter. Yes. I do have a question. Somebody put this into a message to me the other day. I want to ask you, and let's start with Halloween first. And growing up as a kid, if you participated in Halloween, if you didn't, that's fine. I understand. If you participated in Halloween, what was your favorite costume? I'd love to know that tonight. And guys, like I said, when it's kind of quiet and we're just kind of, sitting and relaxing and doing things and there's not a lot of news on the home front there, um, we'll talk about anything. But what was your favorite costume? Joanne said a witch, Captain Wendy, a hippie. Okay, Raggedy Ann. All right. I had one of those hats, but Layla's granddog didn't like it. I get it. A sheet with eyes. Really? Was it a ghost? Okay. How many of you in this group remember the Fonz? Eh, For for Halloween one year, I was the Fonz. I had the leather jacket. It was when we could wear a mask and really be, it would literally take all the air out of you. And so, yes, Marianne, I do. 1975, Arthur Fonzarelli, Henry Winkler. Um, Carrie said, I watched that show back in the 80s and I had a crush on him. Let me tell you, that was the show. Do you know the term jump the shark? Like when something gets old and something, that jump the shark. That's where we get that term from. Remember when the Fonz jumped the shark? That's when that's where we got the term "jump the shark" from. Malaya's mom said, "I hated dressing up because I feel like people would look at me funny. Same to this day." Malaya's mom, are you seeing me right now? Are you seeing? I've got a thing that looks like a squirrel is running loose in my head. Are you seeing this? Don't worry about people making fun of you. I've I've got something in my hat. I don't know what it is. Is Rocker in here with us? Did he just come in? I'm now singing the theme from Happy Days. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Cheryl, we had those old hard plastic masks that you'd sweat in. You couldn't breathe. I'm talking the mouth hole was literally just, it was maybe 2 inches long, not even that. And you had the two eyes and the nose had the two little holes in it. And you put it on and it was horrible. Okay, Kay. Carrie, there used to be a board game. Hello, Rocker. There he is. Let's see. MCC. As kids, here's my rule. A lot of people ask me, what do you think about adults trick or treating with their children? As long as you are behaving yourself, I don't have any problem handing an adult candy these days. And people really have, you're either a hard yes or you're a hard no on that. Hello, Miss Carol. But that's the thing that I always tell people, that if they're out here behaving themselves and they're walking around with their children, and we've got one neighborhood in our area and they shut the streets down. And when they shut the streets down, um, there's one gentleman and he'll do hot dogs. He'll do hot dogs and hamburgers and things like that. Um, yeah, you can't worry about what other people say. You just got to go on out there and have a good time, or even teenagers, Miss Linda. If they come to the door and they act respectful and they're not nasty or rude or anything. Now, the only thing I do not like, is when sometimes people in the neighborhood will set the entire bowl of candy out. You have those kids, that will come in and take the entire bowl of candy. I don't like that. And I know it's on the honor system, but you would think to the kids that they would come in and get their candy and out, Malaya's mom said, "I had 3 teenagers come to the door last year that they weren't dressed up. As long Hey, we filled their bags up." Yes, Timmy Wood, you got it. I'm a kid in a 97-year-old body. I understand it. Hello, Leono. Linda said, "I dress up my little dog with a bowl of candy set outside." Yeah. Our church used to do a hallelujah party organized at 350 kids. We have a lot of trunk or treats where the churches in the area they'll basically trick or treat out of their trunks. And so that, that is something that is really big around here. Um, I know one of the civic centers around here, One of the arenas had it. They've been having it for a couple years to where you can go by and organizations will set their cars up and then you can, do that. You can get, we have Century Trick or Trunk. Yes. Mary Ann said we had the church, a whole building full of games. Hello, Miss Ann. How are you? Last year I was 12. One house told me I was too old. It hurt my feelings. Look here. Here's the deal. Don't ever think you're too old to trick or treat. And if somebody tells you that, they won't give you candy, just respect it. Just say, okay, thank you. Y'all have a good night and move over to the next house because I guarantee you will probably find more people who will hand you candy than somebody who won't hand you candy. And I get it. And we've talked about it before. A lot of older people, a lot of younger people, they don't trust a lot of people. And so, yeah, if somebody says not going to give you candy, you be the bigger person. You sit there and you say, thank you. You have a great night. Y'all be careful. You be safe and go to the next house. The best candy. All right. Mary Ann's opened the door. What's the best candy out there? Is Reese's the best candy out there for you to get? Lovebug says, Mary Ann, yes. Give candy to all. You got it. Snickers. Okay. Hello, Miss Karen. Okay, Ken G says my town has an age limit. Now, some of your towns may have that, and that is something that you have to respect as well. Chocolate covered peanut, Snickers, Tootsie Pops, payday. Okay. Anything chocolate, Hershey's, the old peanut butter kisses, orange and black, Butterfinger. Okay. The thing that gets me, have you priced candy lately? Candy's a little expensive these days. Milk duds. Nothing wrong with that. Ronnie said, now I'm hungry. Twizzlers. You got it. Milky Way. Nancy, I see you. I see you right there. I'm going through here. Malaya's mom is just, there's Elmwood. I'm going back through here a little bit, guys. There's Nancy. I see you. Heath Bars. Okay. Carrie said, today I saw something. I died laughing. A redneck pack, RC Cola, glass bottles, and moon pies. It's what we were talking about. Three Musketeers. You got it. Pepper Moon said, my brother is a dentist and he gives dental kits and candy bars. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I did, Miss Nancy. I hope you had a good day as well. We used to have an older lady in the neighborhood that would make popcorn balls. Yes. Had the lady in the neighborhood that would do popcorn balls, had the lady in the neighborhood that would do pennies, that would put pennies in your bag. Also, we had the people that would do the pencils. So my favorite is when he said, I got a rock. You got it. Mounds and Almond Joy. Yep, you got it. Trick or treating is only 3 hours long. You can get a lot of candy in 3 hours. My little dog is a service dog for diabetes. She's a Shih Tzu, but kids love when he dresses. Oh, sure. Did anybody do penny night? Homemade donuts and cider. There you, yeah, like I said, they closed down the neighborhood here. Rice Krispie treats, peanut butter, chocolate, homemade. Look at that. Ice cubes, milk chocolate, mellow cups. Make little gift bags filled with candies. The kids love them. I know some people will take the little gift bags and they'll write their address on it. And then when they put them down into your bigger bag, parents know exactly where that candy came from. You got it. Rhonda said, "No, I get it. I get it." Said she stopped doing stuff for Halloween years ago, but she enjoyed it as a kid. Smoothies, butterscotch. As an adult, some years I gave out pop. Okay. There's Terry. How are you? Grizzly Kitty, for some reason, has signed me in with my name. Well, Grizzly Kitty, we'll call you Rosie or whatever you like. Mary Jane candy. Ooh, I remember those. Pete said we had a mom and pop store, chocolate covered frozen bananas. Look at that. Does anybody here take mom and dad tags when their kid and grandkids candy? Yes. And here's the thing, as a parent or as a grandparent, you must check that candy thoroughly to make sure that nothing is wrong with that candy. And when that candy is checked thoroughly, you must taste some, you must keep some. There's always a grandparent or a parent tax on it. You got it. Old fashioned malted milk balls. You got it. Squirrel nuts, mint juleps. I haven't had a mint julep in years. I remember getting those as kids, though. Are you always this? Yes. Nancy, I try to be. Caramel apples and suckers. Bit o' honey. Now that's an older candy. People that put razor blades in candy. Yes. Hello, Shadow Cape. Yeah, Sean too said I worked for Marcus Wrigley. It was my biggest season. Look at that. Twisted Twisted Fisher said, "It's only October. You're early. Never too early for Santa to show up." And don't forget, you want the hat to work. A little super chat for Santa. We make the hat work. My daughter found a razor. Oh wow, Mary. It's one of those things that you always want to really inspect candy because I know with uh, pins and needles and things like that, you've always got to be very careful. Chico sticks, Nancy. It should just say, guys, Malaya's mom. You may have to answer that. It's a little square button on the right. Why don't I see any of this stuff? I don't see any of it. Drives me nuts. I'm bringing the laptop home. Wow. Rosie said my niece almost passed away because somebody put drugs. Wow. There are a lot of sick people out there. Uh-oh, Sarah. I love it. That cracks me up. You know that there are people cruising through YouTube tonight, and they stop, and there's this old man that looks like Santa sitting here with this hat on his head, just letting it go wild. Where is the button on that? Right there. See the little, it says press here. That's the button on it. Oh, Ronnie, now you're really asking. Yeah, there's a squirrel under here that's trying to escape. I got him in here. All right, we've covered candy. Here's the next question that was sent to me. Our pillowcases were full of candy back in the day. Yes, I see the now I do see the hearts. I see them going up here. Um, Sarah, you like the hat, don't you? Uh-oh, Rosie, you get a. All right, here we go. That was the best answer you're going to get from me. That was a cute. Thank you, Rosie. I appreciate that. That is awesome. That is awesome. More, Jonathan, more hat play, please. Thank you, everybody. This is awesome. I appreciate that. Josh did a wonderful thing when he sent me this hat. This is something that I will cherish. And like I said, Lucian loves this thing. He runs around the house and just plays with it left and right. He puts it on his head and just now his mama, she's not so, Marianne said some random YouTuber. We're thinking that we're all drunk in this room. Okay, Miss Stacy. Miss Stacy said she's got to run to the store. Please be careful. Please be safe. Okay. Ruth, you're fine. Kay said Santa when the answer you. Oh, boy. Okay. I'll do this for you. Okay, here we go. For Miss K. You ready? Oh, look at that. Ronnie said, give me some of that stuff you've been smoking. Peppermint. It's what you get. Peppermint. That's all I can tell you. Austin said, bad Santa. What? Never. I do that when I'm in a store and a little one of the Litleys will see me and will tell their parents that they'll say, "Oh, it's Santa." And usually the parents will say, "No, that's not Santa." And then I'll usually look at them and I'll say something cute to them or something, and then I slide that in instead of the just a little laugh. I'll say, "You never know, I might be Santa." And then you ought to see their eyes. Their eyes get so big. Like, are you kidding me? Did he just ho 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 at me? And the kids love it. I love it. Peppermint bark rocket. There we go. Junior mints. Andy's candy. Yes. Peppermint patties. Love it. CFJ. Hello there. Rosie Diane. Anita. Lovebug is on the job. That is awesome. Yes, and let me see, what did Ann say there? As much fun with that hat as we are. I'm green with it. No. I love this hat. Josh did very well with me on this hat here. And I'll show you the other things, but this was the thing that I'm talking. Peppermint helps settle the stomach. You got it. Yeah, you know that as well as I do. It does help settle the stomach. But no, also somebody wanted to know tonight for Christmas. As a kid, what was your favorite Christmas present as kids? What was that one item you got that you could not believe that you ever received? Hello, Keith. A Barbie dream house. Look at that. Peter said homemade fudge. Elma said my first guitar, a doll. Shauna said I love peanut butter and chocolate. Yeah. Rocker, the Evil Knievel motorcycle. Now, was that the one? Was that the little one that would jump over and then land up on its wheels, or was that the one you're talking about? Because I had one of those. Donnie and Marie microphone. That is awesome. Yes. My mom used to put peppermint sticks in oranges, act like a straw. You got it. Oh, Gene, we got to find you a train set. Roller skates. Stretch Armstrong. I got to write Gene down here. Get that train set. And that is the best comment of the night. It is Santa from Temu. Really? Really? Are you making fun of my hat? I can't believe you're making fun of my hat. Andrew, that is awesome. Easy bake ovens. Uh-oh. Malaya's mom said, I have an idea, Santa, when it gets a bit closer to Christmas. Rock'em Sock'em robots. If you had brothers or sisters and you ever got the Rock'em Sock'em robots, that was one of the best gifts of all times. Those two little robots, that blue and that red robot, bam, 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 bzzz, and that head would come up. Awesome. Mackenzie said, my 3-year-old granddaughter is looking at you on our TV, and she said, Santa, she loves your hat. Well, Miss Mackenzie, for the Littly. Awesome. For the Littly. Oh, Peter, an Atari 5200. Look at that. MCC, I can't leave you, Donner. Donner is, no, that's not going to happen. Alf dolls. You got it. Slot cars, race cars. Must be old age because I'm doing something wrong. Nancy, you're fine. You were fine. My mom brought me a bear, Western Auto Snooze and Pajamas hat, and I love the bear. We did not have much money. It was a surprise. There you go. Susie Q, we were poor. Play-Doh and coloring books were special. Let me tell you, I remember as a kid, and we didn't have very much money as a kid. I remember as a kid getting the stocking. Every year we had the same stocking, and in that stocking would be apples and oranges and nuts. They would put nuts down in there, um, some change, some pennies and some quarters and some nickels and things like that. Usually it was about a dollar, um, and just little different things. And then I had this one aunt, and God love her, candy cane. You got the big candy canes. Yes, you got it. Oh, Rosie said when she was a kid, we didn't get store bought gifts. There was nothing wrong with that. There was nothing wrong with that. I love that idea. These, I wish we did that. That was my stocking. I loved it. Church goodie bag. I had an aunt, and the aunt would. Here's what Malaya. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you. You're in the right spirit here, because what we're planning on doing is some of the money that we get here in these chats. That's what I plan on doing. I plan on doing a video to where we go out into the community, and I'm going to film everything, and I'm going to go out into the community and do that to where you guys can see it going into the community. I think what we'll do is we'll take, different denominations of money and stick them in envelopes and go into stores and either hand them out, let people pick a Christmas card with some money in it, or we'll pay for groceries for someone. No, you're in the right frame of mind with us. Yeah, no, we trust me. I have had that conversation with the elves. The lifesaver books. Yes. Yes. Love Bug said, I've sponsored families my whole life. You got it. The stockings, let me tell you, my sister still has our stockings from as we were kids. And she fills them up every year for us. But I was going to tell you my aunt. My aunt would go, and God love her, she would go and she would buy us, we were boys. She'd buy us deodorant, she'd buy us socks, underwear, anything and everything. She would wrap every single thing. I don't care how big it was, how small it was. We would each get a box for Christmas from them. And when you would get it, if you had a bottle of shampoo in there, it was wrapped. If you had the lifesaver box, it was wrapped. If you got socks, they were wrapped. Everything was wrapped. Well, thank you, Pete. We appreciate that. Mom put Avon in the stocking. Yes, candy jewelry. Oh, the necklaces and the bracelets. Remember those as kids? Those were awesome. We circled toy. You got it. Rubik's Cube. To this day, I cannot solve it. No. And when you got the Rubik's Cube, did you ever get to the point where you went and got the screwdriver and popped it apart and then put it back together and stuck it back together? I did that. Hello, Miss Linda. Catalogs. We don't get catalogs anymore. Now it's Amazon and everything on the computer. Yeah, you just can't set anything out. You got to be selective. MCC said no, but I did want to rip it apart. Yeah, Fisher Price toys. Loved them. What about light brights? Oh, who just said that? Sean, too. You and I must have been thinking with light brights. There was an older man who delivered coloring books. 'Twas the night before Christmas, crayons, back in an old-timey truck for the neighborhood. Yes. You had people do that back in the day. It was amazing to see just how charitable people were in the neighborhoods, and they really They just really went out of their way, and especially if there were kids in the neighborhood, you got it. Pete, Red Ryder BB gun. You'll put your eye out, Pete. You can't have a Red Ryder BB gun. Come on, you know that. You'll put your eye out. Lincoln Logs, Operation. They still make them. Christmas stamps are nostalgic. Yes, caroling. Handheld video games. Ralphie is in my house. Mousetrap. You know the kids have that now? The kids play Mousetrap here at the house. They do. Peter, don't shoot your eye out. You got it. Candyland. Yes. They still play with Candyland here at the house. Tony, we'd love to have that. I know that that's something that we wish for all the time. MCC Etch-a-Sketch. How many remember the old Etch-a-Sketch? Just to get the picture to go away. Malaya's mom said she got her grandpa a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas when he was almost 70 and cried so hard. It was the best gift ever. Terry said, I was born in 61 and we didn't get fancy stuff. Okay, the spelling bee, yes. Slinky. Tony said, Rocker said, 65 here. My sister could draw horses on Etch-a-Sketch. God bless her. Everything I drew looked like a box. Cindy Lou said, I got one of those Daisy BB guns. The Spirograph. Yes. I was one of the elves back there. Oh, Teddy Ruxpins are awesome. Teddy Ruxpin would just talk to you and let you know what was going on. And Diane said, I can't draw a stick person. Barbie house, elves. Yeah, the elves are over there doing something. Did you hear that maneuvering? I could draw stairs. Yes. Or a potato on an Etch-a-Sketch. Etch-a-Sketches were harder than you. It amazes me when you see the people now that can elaborate artwork. And then you turn around and you're like, and supposedly you can puncture the back of them and it will leave the image up there, and then you can take whatever's inside of it out, and you can keep the image up if you remove the stuff out of the back of it. Barbie clothes, yes. Polly Pockets, you got it. Ken G said a toy typewriter. What's a typewriter? Nah, I'm just kidding you. Ronnie said I can draw an apple. Love it. Viewmasters, yes. MCC said missing Toys R Us and KB Toys. Have you seen where Toys R Us are slowly making their way back into the retail market? That there will actually be brick and mortar stores with Toys R Us again, they're saying. They won't be as big as the stores we remember. I know here in the South, they had worked some deals out with Kroger in order to bring Toys R Us into some of the Kroger stores and offer some of the toys. So, Furbies. Furbies used to, a lot of people didn't like the Furbies. They would speak to each other and do things like that. Malaya's mom says, our mall is getting a Toys R Us again. Yeah. Their eyes moving. They're talking to each other. And Jack Rocks. They're awesome until you step on one of them. And then those things hurt so bad, especially if you have bare feet. Oh, goodness. Those things hurt so bad. Beanie Babies. Okay. Wendy the Weather Girl. What is Wendy doing? George C. Scott, Christmas Carol, favorite movie. Army Men. Pet Rock, Rhonda. You are exactly right. Somebody made a killing off of the Pet Rock. You are exactly right. Polar Express is my favorite Christmas movie. We have a Christmas parade here every year Santa in Kentucky. Always. You know how many Christmas parades I do a year? I'm a very busy person when it comes to the first couple weeks of December. A rector said yes. Miss Beasley. Okay. Hungry Hippo. Linda, we all do. We pray for that. We do. We really pray for that. Peace on earth for all men and women, and we pray for that. Hungry Hippo. Those are awesome. Tinker Toys, yes. The Santa Claus movie, you got it. Rosie just said Mr. Potato Head. Did you know the Mr. Potato Head was actually designed it was just the eyes and the feet and the hands and everything. It actually went on a real potato. And then somebody sat there and said, let's make the potato plastic. And they made a plastic potato, but it was actually designed for you to use a real potato from your home. Just want to let you know that. It used to cost me a small fortune in potatoes with these elves here. I just want to let you know that. Terry said, I had to use a real potato. Yeah. Can't wait for a lot of people don't remember that. Peter, I do remember the Easy Bake Ovens. I remember those. Oh, the Cootie Game. Remember the Cootie Game. Rocker said, my favorite cartoon was Fat Albert Halloween Christmas Special. Rocker, I still remember it today. One of the best put downs ever. You were like school on Saturday. No class. Used to love that when Rudy would do that. That was awesome. Mr. Potato did have a pipe at one time. Yes, Ken G, I do remember those. Pete said, don't forget, Barney Fife gave one of the prisoners a Mr. Potato Head, said he did. Peanuts Christmas, you got it. Malaya's mom, Creepy Crawler Maker. Those are still extremely sought after. People love those, and evidently they weren't around very long. But if you can find those are still extremely. And I think there's a pretty price tag on them if you can still find them. Tinker Toys, Thumbelina Da, one so bad. Bradford Exchange, 31st, very nice. Color forms. I don't know what color Spirograph. I don't know what color forms are, CFJ. Tell me what those are. Oh, the Tickle Me Elmo craze was spinning top heads, don't spill the beans, see and say yes. Gene said, I remember color forms. Tammy, remember, grow your own monkeys. Sea monkeys. All they were bronze shrimp, but they swore up and down they were sea monkeys. Tom says Weebles. Weebles wobbles, but they don't fall down. Those were awesome. That Wendy the Weather Girl color forms. Color forms are kind of reusable stickers, plastic filling that. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Roller Racer, Etch a Sketch. So many toys. Love the little wood people. Yes. Guys, it was a different time back in them days. The spinning top Smurfs were cute. Roller skates. Etch-a-sketch, spiralgraphs. Hello, Ash. Briar horses. Yes. Green machines. Oh, remember the green machines? We used to have a big hill beside of our house. And with 6 brothers and sisters, one of us was getting a green machine somewhere in the mix there. And we would get it. And if you never were on the green machine, and you'd go down that hill and you'd pull that little lever, and next thing you know, you were doing circles and you were blowing them tires, and just it was green machines were awesome. The little trolls. Yes. Lovebuck said, I collect vintage toys. The Game of Life. Shrinky Dinks. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if I go to a yard sale or end up at a yard sale somewhere and I find an old toy, I'm buying an old toy. Remember Tiddlywinks? Tiddlywinks was I'm talking we had that at school, and I used to love playing that game as a kid. Pound Puppies. Yes, Holly Hobby. Okay. Look at that. Phyllis. Monopoly. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. When you got an easy bake oven, you were cooking with a light bulb. That's all you were cooking with. Oh, Lisa, if you got a Flip Wilson Geraldine talking doll, please tell me you still have that. Please tell me you still have that. Yes, Kenji. Yeah, they still have those. They still have those. The boys got those probably a couple months ago. They've still got them where you take the rubber band and wind them and zzz, they fly on out there. Strawberry shortcakes, Rainbow Bright. Okay. Yes. DA, you can tell me what you want for Christmas and we'll put it down on the list. Oh, rocker, that's a good deal there, buddy. 10 cents. Woo. Terry said we bought my grandson a Pokemon Monopoly off of Amazon. Brantley, you are more than welcome to tell me that. Battleship, always. Brantley, you may have one. You may have one here. We just may have to connect you with it back. The Game of Life. Oh, I'm sorry, Brantley. I'm sorry. He-Man, yes. Marcella, I understand that. Yes. Walkie-talkies. Wow, Brantley. We will pray for you, brother. I am so sorry to hear that. Joe Wack. Prayers for Joe Wack tonight. You got it. Miss Rosie, are you leaving us for the night? Have a good night. The big wheels were awesome. Yes, a new sled. Those were awesome, especially if it snowed in your area. Y'all throw some prayers up for these people needing some prayers tonight, please. Marianne says, "Can we see Rudolph's nose?" Not tonight. They are hunkered down for the evening. It is a little chilly here, so they are hunkered down for the evening. And sometimes I take stuff out of my brother's room, wrap it up, and give it to him for Christmas. There's nothing wrong with that. Ruth said, "Prayers, send them all. You got it." Red Rider Wagon, yes. Have you ever seen the video of the young lady? Well, she's the grandmother to the children, and all the children take items from her home and they all wrap them up and they give them to her for Christmas. And like every one she opens up, she's like, "I have this already. I've got this. I've got this gift, you know." And so, but it's one of those things where they're taking her gifts, you know, her items and giving it back to her. It's hilarious to watch because she sits there trying to be so nice about it, and she's like, "I've already got this." So I love regifting. Yes. Terry said, "I'll be 65." Uh-oh. Paige Clackers. Yes. G.I. Joe. You got it. There is nothing wrong with a good G.I. Joe. I promise you. The Bible game. There's several different versions of the Bible game out there. In youth groups, we would play, but there are several different versions of the Bible game out there. The troll dolls, yes. A lot of people use those, and you know, we talked about it the other night with superstitions and you know, luck. A lot of people feel that troll dolls, especially if you shake them and you blow their hair and things like that, they bring you luck. Lionel train around the tree. Yep. Almost said I used to put the hamster in there and it would ride in the coal cars. Yes, the purple clackers. You got it. You got it. Iggy dolls. I love you this much. Used to love Iggy. Would hoard the gifts when everyone was done. Malaya's mom, they would literally sit there. I remember this back in the day. And they would fold the wrapping paper up so that we could reuse it. It was still good wrapping paper. And we were taught as kids basically to run our finger through the back of the wrapping paper so we didn't tear the wrapping paper. And I remember that, you know. I love this. It says Lovebug has put somebody in a timeout for 86,000 seconds. Yes. That is awesome. Linda, exactly right. We reused everything. Oh, Dogs Rule, you're fine. There's not a lot going on tonight. I saw one video today from the Bryan gentleman that evidently is starting to do some things with them. And he was just making a reference that if everybody could work together without fighting and trying to turn this into a money fiasco, that some things could probably be done. And so uh, I did see that video go up tonight, and he talked. It was a smart conversation he had with people. It really was, and um, of course, you know, I saw 3 more videos afterwards, and people were just hammering him. And you know, guys, we just all got to get along with each other. That's what it all boils down to. But he was making some good points, and we've all got to get along with each other. The wax flute things, yes, I do. The wax lips, yes. They still make those, believe it or not. You can still get those. The hippity hop, yep. Plastic Army Men. Tammy said, life's too short. Praying for everybody. You got it. A lot of things Mary needs just to stop until they can settle some things. You got it. They do make the lips, yes. Do you not celebrate Halloween? No, the kids go out. I know a lot of people celebrate it. A lot of people don't celebrate it. The kids go out and have a good time with it and enjoy themselves. And guys, you got to remember, children are pure and they're innocent. And for a lot of kids, when you say Halloween, the only thing they think of is, I'm going to get some candy. They don't know any different. They just think they're getting some candy. And so that's what, that's what you look at. Stocking stuffers, absolute favorite. Elmwood, you got it. James, electric football and baseball games. Are you talking about the giant one that you would set the plastic pieces on? You'd cut them on and they would. You'd see the little football player go over to the side. I never understood those. Pete said he got cold one year. Sorry about that. Not only are you going to put your eye out with your BB gun, but now you got cold too, Pete. You and I may have to have a conversation. Oh, Coleco football. I got you. Used to play football. Aluminum toy, 9-volt train, blue smoke. Awesome. Snowman poop. There's a lot of that out there. Yes. I usually get cold. All right, guys. It has been an hour and 8 minutes. We could be here all night doing this, but I'm going to let you go to enjoy your evening. I hope you have a super night. Thank you for indulging me here in the hat tonight. We'll bring it back out. And again, this will be our super chat hat. When you do the super chats, we'll make it go. Thank you so much for everybody who participated in that tonight. We got it going a couple times tonight. It really went, it was really fun to have this thing on my head here tonight. Peter, you guys, James, you guys have a great night. I will talk with you tomorrow. Go out and do something good for somebody tonight and tomorrow as well. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for everybody in this room tonight. There were a lot of people that needed prayers tonight. You guys be good. I will talk with you tomorrow. And I love you and God love you. We'll see you next time. Bye now.